This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by Lee Health.
Good morning, Southwest Florida, and welcome to another segment of Girl Talk, brought to you by none other than Estero Bay Chevrolet. Your ride, your way. I have with me the lovely Sue Huff from Sue Huff and Associates. Thank you so much for having Girl Talk with me.
Well, thank you, Miss TaSheekia. I love always talking with you, and to get to talk with you on TV, how awesome is that?
It is awesome, and I know all about you, but I want the fabulous viewers to know a little bit about you and what you do. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, a lot of people think I work for a lot of different companies because they see me around town with a lot of different organizations, but I own Sue Huff and Associates Marketing and Management Consulting. And my company helps businesses and nonprofits, small businesses and nonprofits, develop their marketing plans, their business plans, their plans for branding and moving forward. So that's pretty much what I do, and I do it for a variety of different clients.
You make it sound so simple.
Yeah.
So what prepared you for the work that you're doing now?
Well, I think life. You know, it's just life. My background, I started in the printing industry. I started in newspapers, and I worked in printing, and then I worked for the city of Cincinnati, managing the Department of Printing there. I felt like that was a real education because I worked a lot with training and employees. And so and also I had a TV show there for the city of Cincinnati. And it was an award-winning show. And so when I wanted to move back to Florida, I'd lived in Florida a long time ago, and I wanted to move back to Florida, and I thought I just want to do consulting. And my employees were going, how will you know how to do that? And I go, I'm Sue Huff. I'll figure it out. So I think it's just always doing things on my own and just trying to think outside the box. It's what I do. And my grandmother owned a grocery store. My mom was a beautician. So I've always been around working women, and I just didn't know that I couldn't. So sometimes it's like you're too dumb to know that you can't. And so I just said I would do it, and I moved here and I started my company.
Well, you said you would do it, and you are doing it.
I'm doing it.
You are just fabulous to me. But what makes Sue Huff so different, the associates part? I know Sue Huff.
Well, I team up with, I have a couple of part-timers that work for me, but I team up with different like photographers in town or writers, videographers. So I associate myself with other winning companies. So if my client needs something, I'm going to get it done for them. So I'm like the liaison. I fill the gaps for my clients. That's what really makes me different, I guess. It's like a lot of times in a company, things that fall through the gaps are usually HR and PR. So it's like training your people, managing your people, coming up with programs for your employees, and then also telling the public what you do. So those kind of things that fall through the gap, and that's what I do. I kind of help clients, you know, the projects that fall through the gaps, I kind of pick those up for them. So, and I started my company here, and I moved here in '94. It took me a couple years to get it started. So officially on the ground running in '96.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, with all the work that you do, I know community is huge in your heart. So what type of charities do you support, and what type of charities do your clients support?
Well, I support, and I'm most proud of, I guess, recently. It's like, you know, it's like I've been here a long time, so I'm working with different organizations. I used to do a lot with the Red Cross and a lot with other organizations. And back in 2005, something like that, I helped create a Junior Women of Initiative mentoring program at the Boys and Girls Club. Is how I met you. So, so I'm really proud of that. That's an award-winning mentoring program at the Boys and Girls Club. Other ways is like I create programs for my clients, like Ooh La La Jewels du Jour. I created Ooh La La Ladies for them, which you're one of those. The Legacy Ladies, which we're now looking for some Legacy Ladies, women that we want to recognize that are leaving a legacy in the area. And then also Charity Saturdays. We have a charity that comes on Saturdays, and they can set up a booth, and they get a percentage of sales. So, and then one thing that I did that was a God thing was Friends of Foster Children. I've been working with for quite a while. I donate hours, and then they're also a client. But Jim Henderson with William C. Huff Companies is always a client, no relation. But I said, you've got to meet this organization. Little did I know he was a foster child, which cold chills. Wow. He was a foster child, so when I introduced him to Friends of Foster Children Forever, it really touched his heart. So I always say to my clients, we've got to find a charity that touches your heart, because when you give back, you get back.
Absolutely.
And so I always try to get my clients involved with different organizations. Preferred Travel is a new client. They came to me because they saw me out and about in the community, but they give so much back to this community. It's just amazing.
You are amazing, Sue.
Not me, it's my
yeah,
clients.
Yeah.
It's my clients.
And what are some of the other programs do you help create?
Well, I didn't
right
want to
ahead.
forget, so I brought my little sheet of paper here. I helped Kelly Capolino. She's a local realtor, and I helped her create the Diamond Volunteer Program. She recognizes volunteer organizations each year, and she loves it. And she volunteers everywhere. I also created a seminar that every summer I had, and this year will be the 9th one coming up this coming summer. It's called Thinking Outside the Box for Nonprofits. And I first created it so we could get Kelly's program out there, so people would know about her program. And then it's evolved, so I get different speakers, and all the nonprofits get to come for free. It's always, as Kelly says, sold out, because we have, standing room only there. Like, we have 100, 120 people come at the Naples Daily News. And it's a free seminar, and we try to teach nonprofits in a fun way. I like to say that you want to listen, laugh, and learn. And so in a fun way, to learn about how to market or how to create a better donor base or something like that. So that's one thing. Also, Tower Dental Arts, we just created a Smiles program. Dr. Sonia Rocha, I think you've met Dr. Sonia Rocha. We've created a program for her, and she's gifting dental work to people who don't have the money. And the one lady who she had 4 people nominate her, and bless her heart, she has children, a single mom, and now she's getting $5,000 worth of dental work for free through the Smiles program. KGT Remodeling, we always, and all my clients that I do the newsletters for, I always try to have them promote a nonprofit event that's going on. So I just try to make all my clients
all.
Well, no, I try to have them partner up with what's close to your heart, what resonates with you, and so that's how I always make sure that I want to become a team partner with my clients, and I want them to team up with the community.
So giving back is very important, and I know you would suggest and encourage all businesses to give back as well.
Oh yes, always. It's like the more you give, the more you get, and it's like you can't help everybody, but you can help somebody.
Absolutely. And with that, thank you so much for having Girl Talk with me. My name is TaSheekia Perry, the founder of Crowning Daughters for Success enrichment program. You've just viewed Girl Talk, brought to you by none other than Estero Bay Chevrolet. Your ride, your way. Do not touch that dial. We'll be back with more Lee Pitts Live.